Well, hello guys, it's Ken Lawson, Renaissance Man yet again, and I am back because I did Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, and I had such an overwhelmingly kind response to it. Um, Her fan base is incredibly nice. Really, I just appreciated everything, the outpouring of support from them. It was really appreciated. And I hope I can live up to it. I also, I read through all the comments. I have added probably at least 15 songs to my upcoming reaction playlist. Today I'm doing Disease because that was one of the ones that came up most because it was basically the prequel to Abracadabra. And did a little bit of looking into things, from the comments of people talking about um, Lady Gaga's fibromyalgia and all of that. I wanted to understand that part of it without just going into this and, because some of them were saying that it had to do with this video, although I wanted to find out if that was the case, so I'm not going in thinking something that it's not. And it doesn't seem to actually be uh, what she says it's about. But the other thing, I don't normally research videos ahead of time, but I don't want to be just talking out of my ass. The other thing that was commented on, there was one that was just a dumb comment, and I just have to point it out because I thought it was really dumb. Whoever said it, sorry if you're offended by that, but so his comment or her comment, I'm not sure who it was straight people should not be giving their 2 cents on this in reference to the Abracadabra video. You all sound ridiculous. And I just think it's a kind of ignorant comment. Um, Lady Gaga is not making content and creating things just for gay people. It's for everybody. And art is art. It doesn't matter what your orientation is or whatever. Um, to say that someone who is straight shouldn't have an opinion on that and that anything we say is just ridiculous is kind of ridiculous itself. So I know that's not the majority of you. I know it was just this one particular person, but I'm sure there are others that feel that way. But just keep in mind that Lady Gaga is she's an artist, and she's creating for everybody. I don't think any artist goes in creating just for a particular niche and goes, those are the only people that matter what they think of it. Now, in a way, it does because they don't care if other people have opposing views. But um, in this particular case, come on, dude or ma'am. I'm not sure which. Uh, so, anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. And the other thing is, um, of course, in the last video, I mentioned, things that it drew from, or not drew from, but I was saying that if you shove Madonna and Janet Jackson together, you would get this type of video and all that. And then, of course, lots of people in the comment section went on about how Lady Gaga far outshines Madonna and Madonna is a piece of crap, and I understand that there was the feud between the two of them. I read up on it so that I understood it. And honestly, to me, it doesn't really sound like much of a feud. It's just what has been going on from the beginning of time for music, because I am 62 years old and I have seen a lot of bands come and go over the years. And when Greta Van Fleet came out, everybody just basically said they're just basically Led Zeppelin, just current. There's been there's Peter Gabriel probably drew from David Bowie, and everybody draws from something that they grew up with. It doesn't mean that you're comparing this person to that person and saying they're good, they're not. All you're saying is that whatever you grew up with has an effect on your life and on your music and everything. I'm very influenced by David Bowie, Pink Floyd, all those things. And if someone says, ooh, I hear a little bit of Pink Floyd in that, I don't go, no, I'm my own person. I created this myself. No, I was influenced by people before. And Lady Gaga references Madonna and David Bowie as major influences, along with other people, Grace Jones and things like that. So just mentioning that there are hints of these different things that may show up in her videos is not disparaging Lady Gaga's creativity. It's merely acknowledging that it all came from somewhere, because even she says she wouldn't be where she is if Madonna hadn't been. And it's true. Madonna did a lot. And the people that say, oh, because I had mentioned that I thought Madonna was a very good actress and all this, and people are like, she couldn't act her way out of a paper bag. And she did win a Golden Globe for Evita for Best Actress. And I love her in League of Their Own and things like that. But anyway, I'm just saying, whenever I mention somebody else that may have drawn from different things, don't think of it as a slam on Lady Gaga. It is not. It is just acknowledging that people draw influence from everywhere. If I had said, wow, she really drew something from David Bowie for the look of this, I don't think anybody would have gotten offended. They got offended because it was Madonna, and they kind of have a bug up their ass about, the stuff that went on with the feud and all that. And so they hear the name and they instantly go, she's not Madonna, So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. We're going to get on to the video, but I'll be doing a lot of Lady Gaga reactions. So I just wanted to address that now so that everybody in the comments can maybe lay off the bashing someone else to elevate the person that you like, because you should not be doing that. It's just in bad taste, I think. So let's just support them all and acknowledge what they've all brought to the table, rather than tearing someone down to build someone up. Okay? So there you go. That's just my 2 cents worth. Apparently, that's the 2 cents that person mentioned in the comment there. So we are going to get on with this video now. I am really looking forward to it. People talked about how creative it is and all that, and I am really curious. So let's get on with it. Starting off with interesting imagery right up front. Ooh, love the gloves. Wow. I just got a chill right then. Running out of medicine. You're worse than you've ever been. Screaming for me, baby. Wow. Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. Screaming for me, baby. Like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. Okay. Sorry, I have to back up because I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics, and I really want to on this song. Obviously, it appears to be her inside and outside the car, so she ran herself over. Really love the creepy look and everything here. And she looks cool with the black hair. Very cool. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know or didn't see the previous video, I take apart the video in every aspect because of my background. I tend to notice lots of things that distract me. Wow, that caught in my throat. That kind of distract me, and so I can't help but talk about them. So anyway, you know what? I think I'm going to turn on closed captioning because I also want to follow the lyrics. All right. Why doesn't it say ah at the bottom? I love those. I love the design of that outfit. It looks like, and the way it's cut out in places. That's such a great scene.
I heard you begging for life, running out of medicine. You're worse than you've ever been.
Wow.
Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. I could play the doctor, I could cure your disease. If you were a sinner, I could make you believe. Lay you down,
Wow.
1, 2, 3, eyes roll back in ecstasy. I could smell your sickness, I could cure your disease.
Okay, so basically she's fighting herself. Apparently the dark part of her basically ran her over. And the other thing I want to point out too is the change in her voice when she was laying on the hood of the car and singing, and it had a whole different tone and timbre to when she was inside the car and that darker person singing, which is really, really nicely done. It's a subtle thing, but it's what helps differentiate the sides of herself. I'll have to get into it more as far as, you know, what she considers to be the disease and things like that. I tried not to read too deep into what was said, but the fighting with herself definitely comes through. So let's keep going. I'll back it up here. Really, really nice acting in here too. When she was singing on the car hood and her eyes were rolled up a little bit in her head, and it was nice. Well, I like the kind of industrial feel of the rhythm. Kind of 9 Inch Nailsy.
So tortured when you sleep.
Ooh, what a cool shot.
All your memories. You reach out and know what's there.
Wow.
Like a God without a prayer. Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be your antidote tonight.
I like the one watching. Ooh. Sorry, that last note. I can be your antidote tonight. Just coming down. Ooh, that was neat. Sorry, I haven't been talking or saying much. Things are a little rough. The other thing I want to point out is in the last video, I was talking about what great shape she's in. And it's showing right here because this entire sequence is very, very physical. And I imagine she did this for hours, you know, or at least an hour or two. But try hanging from a bar from that long and then doing all the other stuff she's doing and then the writhing on the floor. And it's exhausting. And she's doing a really good job with it. Love the lighting here coming just across. It has a feel of old 50s movies where you just got the light across the eyes and things like that. Just as usual, great visuals. I love the camera angles and all that. I know she didn't direct this one, but I'm sure, of course, she had her regular input. So, anyway, let's get on with it. I like the light on top of her hair, too. Wow. Her stomach looks really nice. I like the reference to older stuff. I'm assuming that's her song. Ooh. Wow, love that look.
eyes roll back in ecstasy. I know all your secrets, I can cure you. Your disease.
Oh, sorry, I know people were saying, I hate where they just go, ooh, and wow, and all that. But sorry, but some of these things just hit me right. Her going from that lilting, quality as she was going down there, and then to kick in that bit of rasp and everything at the end of it. It just, she's using her voice in so many different ways just within this one song to portray the different parts of herself and the different versions of herself that she sees, whether it's the dark part of her that she probably doesn't want to be a part of her, but is. And then all the different, I guess the one that got hit by the car is a little bit more of an innocent part of her, and these kinds of things. And if she's talking about relationships, I would think it's her relationship with herself, and all the different parts of her in relation to each other and how they work off of each other, and that sometimes the thing that is curing the disease is the gentle part of her is helping to cure the darker parts, while sometimes the darker part is helping with the lighter part, if that makes any sense. That makes sense to me. And I gotta say, costuming wise, this is freaking incredible. And like I said, her look in this, like just the posture right there. If she was standing up straight or she had her shoulders back, this would have a whole different feel and wouldn't have the vulnerability. And then I like the silhouetted form inside. Really great directing. This costume here, phenomenal. I haven't looked into anything to do with costuming. And then this look with the black tooth and all that. It's just so unique. Actually, it is very unique. I don't think I've ever seen a video quite like this one. It's a little of everything. And I like the fact that it's all set in like suburbia, just on a suburban street. And I don't know if that's saying that all of these different parts coexist just kind of in a normal world. They're not all residing in, like, the dark is only living in the dark places, the light is only living in light places, that it's all just existing within the same world and within just normal everyday life. So, man, the red in her eyes. Cool. Love the voice right there.
If you were a sinner, I could make you believe. Lay you down like 1, 2, 3. Eyes roll back in ecstasy. I know all your secrets, I can cure you.
I'm sorry to pause it again. I noticed something in the music production here that's really interesting. While she's singing in this part, when you're doing music production, a lot of times you spread out the sound so that you leave a hole in the middle for the vocals and the bass, and then the drums kind of fill somewhat in the middle, and then you spread out guitars and keyboards and things and try and make a vista of sound. I guess I'll call it that, a landscape of sound. But right here, while she's singing this, the piano is focused right to the middle with her. And what that's going to do is when the music kicks back in and spreads back out, it's going to give it more force than it would if the piano was filling this space already and then everything came in with it. Now you've narrowed the focus, and it also narrows it down to just the thought that she's singing. And you hear just a little bit of voices out here.
Lay you down like 1, 2, 3. Eyes roll back in ecstasy.
Now listen, when it kicks in, it's going to spread out. now we're out wide again. Ooh, got chills again. Oh, wow. What a great effect. Oh, great note. I know we're right at the end. I want to go back. I'm going to let it play through to the end again. I want to hear that high note that she went for. I love the walls closing in on her. And it's still all happening out in just regular suburbia. But then she's into an alleyway and everything's closing in, and it's but what's really interesting is she goes for this really high note and then buries it a little bit in the mix rather than going, hey, look at me, I can sing these high notes. Like a lot of people that can hit those kind of notes want them a little forward to just be like, hey, look at me. But she's doing what serves the song, and I really appreciate that. And we'll get more into the music after we're done. I don't know what it is about these shots with the chained up people and all that. I find them really interesting in the singular lighting and all. Okay, now listen to this high note coming up right here. Wow. The intensity right there is great. Well, that's runway walk if you ever saw one. When you can convey runway walk with that much material on you, you're doing a good job. So anyway, that was amazing. I was by no means disappointed, that's for damn sure. The other things I want to point out, I did point out some of the music things and all that, but I also want to point out that the costuming had to have taken a couple months to plan out between trying different things. And just, I mean, people just don't realize how much goes into just that little, however many minute long video. And it just, there's so much goes into it and so many choices to be made that the amount of time she puts in just approving, even if someone else is directing, approving everything that they decide, and then, collaborating and all that. It's a ton of time. And then on top of that, you're writing music and everything too. So very, very cool. I love the industrial feel of it. And like I said, a little kind of 9 Inch Nails flavor. And of course, once again, not saying she's copying 9 Inch Nails. I'm just saying it has the flavor of that type of music. They're just my first thought that comes to me. I mean, you could also throw in a little bit. Nah, probably not Rob Zombie. It has the power of Rob Zombie, but not the I think the 9 Inch Nails is a better fit. My favorite thing in the video is how she used her voice for all the different versions of herself and all the different parts of, it could be that they're all different parts of the disease, but they're also all parts of the cure. So that's kind of how I take it. I don't think that it did have much to do with her fibromyalgia and living with the pain of that. But I could be wrong. It could have something to do with that, but that's not how I took it. But anyway, there you go. People in the comments don't need to tell me too much about fibromyalgia. I already did all my research on it and had looked into it previously as well. So I will see you at the next one. I'm not sure which one. I think it might be 911, 911, whatever it is. That might be the next one I do. I've also got, like I said, I've got about 15 that I've added to my list. So I will follow the comments that have been coming in, and I hope to see you all next time. I hope this wasn't too long a video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, great night, great life. Bye.